Good morning and welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. I am Tiffany and I am a mom of 6, although 2 are grown and not living here any longer. And so we have 4 at home full time. But sometimes on the weekends we have all 6, and then sometimes we have the fiance and girlfriend. So we have 8. The kids do usually try to come every weekend and say hi and have dinner. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but sometimes it does. Also, this coming week, we will have my parents. So we will have a lot of people, which is going to be exciting. So on a normal day, we feed 6 people full time at home, all meals. I homeschool the 4 that we have remaining at home. And my husband does work outside of the home, but I send breakfast, lunch, snacks with him to work. So all of his meals come from home. Obviously, all of our meals are from home because we are at home full time. So we go through a lot of food. All of our meals we try to eat at home. We rarely eat out. It is very, very rare that we go out to eat for anything. So 99.9% of our food is made at home. So we go through a lot of food. And what we're doing this year is kind of like a pantry freezer clean out. Not so much a challenge, because I'm not challenging myself to only use these items. We are still going to the store for fresh things. But we are trying to eat down our pantry and freezers. So, when I grocery shop, I'm not grocery shopping for any of the pantry items, any of the freezer items. Although I did go to Sam's the other day and I did get like 1 or 2 things that, I'll show you in a minute. But for the majority of things, we're not getting pantry items. We will eventually have to keep up with our dietary restriction items, because those are things that I don't have as much of. And then also it is going to take a lot longer to go through our freezers, because I am pulling a lot more pantry items through the day for meals, for snacks, for everything, versus 1 or 2 meats out of the freezer. So it is going to take us a lot less time to go through all of this, a lot more time to go through our freezers. And I always want to preface this and say that this is years in the making. This was not like a one-shop trip to get this stocked up. I've said that before, and I will keep saying it just in case anybody is new. We moved into this house 5 years ago in March. This coming March, it'll be 5 years. It was like a slow stock up kind of thing. And then once we got stocked up, I continued to buy everything for the month, while, pulling the older stuff up, putting the new stuff behind, kind of thing. So, but now we're not doing that. We're going to kind of eat through what we've got, not down to bare bones, but eat through the majority of things before we start buying again. So I just want to say, every single month we're going to do this. I'm going to try to film it the end, the last day of the month. So today for me is January 31st, 2025. I did one of these videos at the end of December showing everything completely stocked up. So the next video that we'll have will be February 28th, 2025 when I film it, but my videos do run a week behind. So you won't see the next video until a week into the month. So I will link down below the stock up haul, or not haul, the fully stocked video. So a month ago's video, I will link that down below. Every month I'll link that and the previous one. So in February, I'll link the original one, the January one, and then this one, so you can go back and kind of see. But here we go. I'm going to show you around, show you our pantry, show you our freezers. And again, the freezers are going to take a lot longer to really see a noticeable difference, but the pantry, I can already notice a difference in a month. So before I jump into the actual stuff for January, these are just some clips from the beginning of the month or the end of December, just so you can kind of see without having to go back and watch the whole video. But I'd suggest watching the whole video because you'll see a lot more in depth. But these are just kind of quick clips to show you before you see the new stuff and how much we've gone through. If you don't want to see this and you remember everything from last month, go ahead and skip to about the 7-minute 50-second mark, I believe, is where the new stuff is going to start that we are currently at for the end of January. I was actually trying to include the clips in the corner of like each individual clip in the corner of the new video, so you could kind of see the new video but the old at the same time, and it was just taking up too much space. So I figured this would be the way to do it. I don't know. I can't decide a really good way to show you before and after besides doing it like this, because like I said, I tried to put it in the corner, but it didn't work, and you couldn't see everything I was trying to show you at the same time. So if you have any good ideas, let me know, but I figured I'd just do this. Like I said, if you don't want to see all this, skip to 7 minutes, 50 seconds. So we'll start over here like always. I did donate just yesterday. I donated all of those baby products that someone had given me. Somebody was looking for stuff for a single mom who really needed help. She had lost her job. She had nothing for the baby. So I donated all of that Johnson & Johnson stuff that someone had given me. Now I think these might be new. These were from my mom. She brought them up and said that she can no longer use them. I guess she had used some of this one. There's something in it that she found out she's allergic to. So those are new, but those are all from my mom. Other than that, I don't know if I might have brought up like one or two things, but I've used a lot of broth and things like that. You can tell where I've pulled from because I just pull from the front and I haven't come up and reshifted anything. And also let me preface this by saying this is a normal working pantry. This is not a Pinterest worthy, beautiful pantry. I mean, it's beautiful to me, but it's not something that you would be like, wow, that's so gorgeous. This is a real life, unorganized, messy pantry. Because that's how we do our videos. I share daily real life videos every single day, and it is 100% real life. It is unscripted. It is real, honest, every single day. So these are full. I never opened them to show you, but these are full. Also, another thing that we did was we donated all of that flour and sugar we had here. My friend opened up her own little baking business, and since we cannot really go through our flour much anymore, and because of Layla, one of my children has to be gluten-free. And hang on just a second, one of my kids is down here. What do you need, baby? Okay. Anyway, because Layla cannot have any wheat or anything, it was really hard. We were flying through flour. I was making everything constantly. But once we found out that the flour really just became it was just sitting and I wasn't using it much, and she opened up her own little bakery kind of thing. So I decided to just go ahead, and I asked her, I said, hey, do you want this? And she was like, are you sure? Anyway, we gave it all to her. So it's all gone. The only bags we have left here are 3 bags of rice. And then obviously we still have all of our home canned goods right here, which I did end up moving over here. I don't know if they were there last month or not. This is all that's left in our little gluten-free basket here. There's gluten-free flours and noodles and breadcrumbs and oats and things like that in there. And then this is buckwheat flour. And then over here, at some point this month, this was really stacked up, like up to here with cans. And I ended up putting them all up here where they go, but then obviously we've gone through more. But this is all that's left there. It's some store-bought, a lot of home canned things and items like that. There's just some K-cups. These buckets right here are all wheat berries. There are 2 hard red, 2 soft red. 2 hard red, 2 hard white, 2 soft white. So that's what all that is. This is all home canned goods. This is the item I was talking about that I said I didn't buy, like, pantry items, but I did end up buying this for the kids just because I thought it was sweet for Valentine's Day. And then also we start homeschool co-op soon, and we have to take, like little things. And I just thought that would be a good thing. So that is one of the things that I did buy, like that is a pantry item, I guess. But that's really about it. And then another thing that we will have to continue buying, obviously, are things that we go through, like maple syrup, ketchup, things like that. Anything that we run out of, I'm going to keep buying that we continually need. Now, when it comes to pasta and things like that, it's going to be different. But things that we use on a daily basis that we need, that's why I'm not calling it like a pantry challenge, because I'm not going to go without when we need them kind of thing, if that makes sense. So just right here is a lot. This is all freeze-dried items, and then obviously canned pear honey, some canned pickles, things like that. I don't know, some cream of soups, some canned fruits, some tuna, lots and lots of tuna, canned veggies again, and then this is some home canned soup, some freeze-dried veggies back there. These are just beans that we have, and then some coffee. Those are peaches my mama canned, and then just some fruit strips. Up here we have all of our seasonings. We keep little ones upstairs. When we have all of these, when the ones upstairs are empty, we refill from down here. Those are just bags and, plastic wrap, parchment paper kind of thing. Tons of noodles, because we used to use a lot of noodles, and then all of a sudden we can't really with Layla, so the noodle consumption has stopped. So we still have a ton of those. Pasta sauces, tomato sauce, tomato paste, crushed tomatoes, Rotel kind of items. This is like where we keep all of our sauces and things like that. This has definitely gone down quite a bit, so we don't have very many things on here. I'm pretty sure that was like really full. For some reason, we have so much of this dill pickle hot sauce. My neighbor had gotten me, I think 2 or 3 of them, because they were on clearance when she went to Sam's, and she brought them to me. So we just have a lot of that. I actually might see if somebody wants some of this, because there's no way that we'll go through all of that. Down here, we've just got some avocado oil, coconut oil, some dill pickle cashews, which are so good. Those came from Sam's Club. Pasta sauce, diced tomatoes. These are homemade freeze-dried yogurt bites. And then down here, there's tea bags back there. And back there is like some canning stuff, like some Sure Gel and kind of things like that for canning. Pumpkin, the best caramels in the world from Sam's Club. Q-tips, freezer bags, tostadas. Down here is just a bunch of random things like toothpaste and mouthwash and toothbrushes and items like that. And then over here we have coffee, peanut butter, maple and brown sugar oatmeal, some old-fashioned oats. Just, you can see this is freeze-dried avocado, chocolate chips, some coffee filters. There's a bunch of honey here, and peanut butter, almond butter, sun butter, more honeys, baking soda, condensed milks, homemade vanillas. I think this is baking powder from Azure Standard. There's more baking powder, molasses. You guys can kind of just tell what's here, but I think a lot of this has depleted too. These are chia seeds and things. These are my mom and dad's. They had these shipped here for when they're up here so they can have coffee. I'm like, I have tons of K-cups, mom and dad. It's okay. You can use mine. And they're like, no, we feel bad drinking your coffee. And then we feel bad eating your food. And I'm like, you guys, literally, you took care of me for half of my life. I don't mind when you're here taking care of you. So I try to tell them that every single time they're here. I'm like, seriously, when you guys come up and visit with us, would never equate to how much you took care of me. It is okay. But still, they had them shipped here. This is all of our gluten-free items kind of right here. Lots and lots of seasonings, random things right here. And my real life mess down here because I told you, I don't clean up for these videos. I will never stage my videos. I show you 100% real life. Lots of cleaning items, vinegar, things like that. And then trash bags, sticky. This is the bag of stuff that I got in my most recent Sam's Club haul. I wanted to show you. It still hasn't been put away because, again, real life, it was brought downstairs. So all of this still does need to get put away. And then also this cookie, oh my gosh, cooked sticky white rice. That came from Sam's Club recently too, so that is not new. But I mean, that is new, not old. So that box and this are the only new things along with this, I believe, since last month. But that is our pantry area. Now moving on to our freezer over here. Again, you're not going to see as much of a difference, although I am starting to notice a difference in this one because it was pretty piled high. But with me only pulling out a little bit of freezer items versus, like I said, we pull out a lot more pantry items for the day versus the freezers. So the freezers are going to be the last noticeable thing, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. I feel like I take up a lot more pantry items than I do freezer. Over here is our chicken freezer, which again, I am starting to see a difference because there's holes now where there definitely wasn't before. So there's all of our stuff. I'll try to, if I can, I'm going to include clips from before, but I might not have the time or be able to do that. But this is all venison that was gifted to us. In here is venison that was gifted to us too. But the rest of this stuff is mostly just chicken besides a couple random things on the doors. Well, the door. There's only one door, not doors, plural. Now over here, again, I mean, I guess you can still start to see a noticeable difference because I'm pretty sure everything was piled all the way to the top. So there's that freezer. Now we have to have locks on this fridge and freezer because if not, these stay open. Well, they don't stay open, but every now and then they'll pop open. Like I've come down and it's been open a little bit, just enough that everything is still frozen, but like ice has gathered on them. So I had to buy these off of Amazon and it was a 2-pack. I'll try to remember to link it because I know somebody asked in my video that went up today where I got them from, but they just came from Amazon. So another thing that we will have to continually buy is butter because we go through a lot of butter. But here is this freezer. It just has a lot of random things. Like I have all these chocolate chips and then Layla can't have them, so it's really hard for me to use them, so they're just sitting here. I might also ask my friend maybe if she wants those. Since she's doing baking and things, she might be able to have some of those. But lots of frozen veggies, fruits, because we like to do a lot of smoothies. But that's in here. And then down here, we've actually never had the fridge fall open, I don't think. But it was a 2-pack. I really needed it for the freezer. So I went ahead and put it down here just to be safe. So this does have new stuff in it from when we went to our most recent Sam's Club haul. This sour cream, cream cheese, and those quesos are new. All the milk is new. The creamers are new. So otherwise, this would be completely empty besides the pineapple was the only thing in here to begin with. And then all that beer was here. We obviously are not big drinkers, but people do come and bring things. And every once in a while, my husband will have a beer, but it's not very often. As you can see, they're still here from last month. Guacamole, there's his hot sausages. My husband bought these and he's eaten one. So I don't know. But here's some creamers for me. And then this is, I don't even know what that is anymore, honestly. I don't have a clue what that is. And there's some kombucha that I got at Sam's Club. And our 13-year-old is really, really enjoying those. Now on to our last freezer. This is going to be the freezer that takes the longest, I believe, because this just recently had 2 pigs put in it and a full cow. I mean, wow, okay, not a full cow, half of a cow. So 2 full pigs on this side, half a cow on this side. We won't eat all beef and pork like that quickly. So this will be probably the freezer that takes us the absolute longest to get through. The last time we got half of a cow, it lasted us 2 years, plus a little bit. So it'll take this freezer a while for us to get through. So you will be able to see one of these updates every single month at the end of the month, like I said before. Now, I'm very, very interested to see how it goes from here on out. We are not going to do a big stock up until most of the stuff is gone. Now, because of how different the freezers and the pantry are going to be, it might end up being we do a pantry stock up before we buy stuff for the freezer. Now, I don't know how it's going to go because I don't know how long it's going to take to deplete this, how long it's going to take to deplete some freezers. I have no clue. But we're going to continue this as long as we absolutely can because number one, we need to eat through this stuff. Number two, it is going to save us so much money. And our oldest daughter is getting married this year. So we need all of the money for her wedding. So it's really, and we had planned on doing this before we even knew about the wedding. So it just ended up being absolutely perfect. Like God was telling me to do this. And then we found out and it's just like, that's why, because we need to save our money for her wedding. It just worked out beautifully. So I am looking forward to seeing the progress. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing the progress. And I'm just excited to share it with you. And every single month, as I said, you'll see the new progress, what we've gone through. Every single week, you guys, if you're not watching my daily videos, you're missing out because you're seeing all of these videos, how I'm using all of this food every single day. And then also every single Friday, I am sharing videos of me shopping my pantry and freezer. So I come downstairs, I figure out a list of meals that we need for the week. I will come down and shop from my pantry and freezers to take it all upstairs. This is where we keep the majority of our food. We have a very tiny pantry upstairs. So we only keep upstairs what we really need for the week. Everything else is kept down here because we just can't keep much else upstairs. So every week I come down, I shop my pantry and freezer, and we take it upstairs. So if you're missing those videos, those are really fun and cool. Everybody has really been loving them. I get really great feedback on those. But every single day I share daily videos on how we use up all of this food. And I would love to have you guys watch and subscribe and stay tuned. And I will chat with you guys down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the link down below so you can check out the previous video and see the difference. So thank y'all, and I will see you tomorrow on another brand new video. Bye.